highly anticipated golf tournament of the season kicked off last Thursday from Augusta National in Augusta, Georgia. The tournament lasted 4 days and concluded on Sunday afternoon, where by that point crowds had swelled to 40,000 ticketed participants and an additional 10,000 who couldn't find tickets but just wanted to be in close proximity of the tournament upon its conclusion. Parades crowded the streets. People overtook bars and restaurants. Hotels were booked and then double booked. 1,622 private flights flew into Augusta's regional airport. That's one private jet per 25 ticketed participants. All of this just to watch 98 golfers that had qualified for the Masters, to be later whittled down to 50 after Saturday morning's cut. All of them in pursuit of a $1.8 million first place prize. But there was only one that stuck out from the pack. Jordan Spieth, 21 years old. After his first round golfing, he posted a score that was the best first round Masters score ever posted. And he was the very youngest golfer ever to be leading the Masters after the first round. He did so with precision and skill, yet also with the ease and confidence of a tenured golfer. Yet he only became a pro 2.5 years ago. The internet blew up with the story of Jordan Spieth and his low round. The golf community all watched in anticipation, hoping that he could maintain the lead for the next 4 rounds. Interestingly, Jordan Spieth was in a very similar position just last year. He led on the 3rd round along with Bubba Watson, although his nerves got to him. On the last 9 holes of the 4th round, he jumped back 2 strokes, ending up tied for 2nd. He was distraught. He was annoyed. He had a year's worth of guilt on his shoulders, and he vowed to be back there, and he was back there to fight for blood on this year's round. Rounds 2 and 3 were unbelievable. The world thought he was going to falter, that he was going to crack. No golfer is ahead on the first round and maintains the lead throughout the 4th. We all were rooting for him, but secretly knowing an implosion was going to happen at some point. That never happened. On the 3rd round, Jordan Spieth was unstoppable. All the other golfers were trying to chase him, yet they ended up chasing each other along the leaderboard, and he remained right there at the top. The lush greenery that I talked to you about last week was all masked by human bodies, all trying to get a capture of his innocence and his precision out there on the golf course. His final putt on the 18th hole, he submitted his scorecard. He won the Masters by 3 strokes. He was the 2nd youngest ever to ever win the Masters, and he tied the very top score of any Masters scorecard ever submitted for the 4 rounds. He jumped up to number 2 in the world. The whole golf community said, how could someone this young do this? The golf's greatest stage. He wasn't faltered at all. His nerves calm the entire time. And he says that he dedicates his patience and his inspiration to his younger daughter, Ellie, who just 14 years ago was born autistic. And he says he looks up to her more than anyone else in this world. And he says that when he gets anxious or nervous or loses the big picture, he thinks of her. And he thinks about her and realizes that all of his anxiety drops away. So if you are ever in the position that Jordan Spieth was in, the whole world's watching you, everybody hoping you were going to falter and fail, think of Jordan, think of Ellie, and hopefully you'll have the success he did.